Oh yeah, welcome to class this morning. I can't really imagine you hitting the ball around the school with a stick and I'll be like, hey, don't do that. Go to the classroom. Some games don't really look like games, but believe me, it's a blast when it comes to entertainment. So is the hockey game. So is the hockey game. We're going to be going right in now. Hockey is a team sport. Now we've explained before that when you say team sport, it means a sport that a sport that two or more persons participate in or play together to achieve a common goal. So hockey is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. Another interesting thing about hockey that you must know is that it is played with sticks. You can see two sticks right there and they feed hockey ball. Yeah, so hockey is a team sport and it's played with sticks. It is not played with the hands, neither is it played with the legs, but it is played with a stick. Okay, now there are 11 players in a hockey team. Hockey is a team sport and there are 11 players in a hockey team. Do you remember which sports also have 11 players? Yes, you're correct. Football. Football has 11 players. Hockey has 11 players. But the only difference is that the hockey you play with a stick, while football you play with a football. Now let's get back to hockey because today we are going to be playing with the sticks. There are two types of hockey. We have the field hockey and the ice hockey. You can see the field hockey up there and you see the ice hockey. Now this is Nigeria, Africa, and the common hockey type we see around is the field hockey, and that's what we're going to be concentrating on. Now, how is the game of hockey played? It's a very big question. Now let's get some answers. And the game of hockey is played with a hockey stick. The game of hockey, like I said earlier, is played with the hockey stick. And every team member plays the hockey ball to score a goal against their opponent. Now the players strike the ball with a flat curved end of the stick. The hockey game starts with a pass to the back. And from there you take it on, making passes, making dribbles, trying to get a goal. Remember, with the stick, not with the hands, not with the legs. Now coming to the duration of the game, the hockey game lasts for 70 minutes. And that 70 minutes is divided into two halves of 35 minutes each. Now, we're going to be looking at the positioning of players in hockey. On my right hand side, you can see the hockey pitch and you see the way players are positioned. And now we have the goalkeeper, one goalkeeper just like the football. We have two fullback. These are the defenders. Then we have three halfback. These are more like those that mediate between the defenders and the attacking players. Then we have five forwards. All these are the front, causing problems for the opponent because they want to get a goal. What's the job of the goalkeeper? We said hockey has one goalkeeper. And the duty of the goalkeeper is to save shots from the attacking players of the other team. They want to score as well as your team, so you have to be on the post stopping them. We also have the two fullbacks like we mentioned before. Now these ones, they are the defenders. They defend their posts. When you come to the halfbacks, which are three in number, they support the fullbacks, at the same time support the attacking players. They are more like the midfielders. And of course, we have the five forwards. Now these forwards, they attack the other team to score points. Of course, the team with the most points wins the game. So it's all about the points. Okay, now let's take a look at the officials in hockey. Oh yes, officials in the game of hockey. Now there are two umpires in the game of hockey. Soon I'll be showing you a video and you see the two umpires. There are two umpires in the game of hockey, which umpire controls the game. Now, each umpire controls the game in his half. In his half. So it's more like you have two referees, but this time around, or like football, where you have one referee that controls the full game. In the field, we have two referees, two umpires. On one half of the field, you have an umpire, and on the other half, you have an umpire. So the umpires don't get to run from one end of the pitch to the other. No, they just run from one end of their half to the other side of their half. And whatever happens in the other half, they leave it up for the other umpire. So two umpires in the game of hockey. Remember, they control the game. Each controls their game in their own half and enforces rules of the game and makes decisions in their half. If they give a penalty in their half, the other umpire is not going to say, no, I saw it. No, they are in charge of their half. Two umpires in the game of hockey, do not forget that. On the other hand, the official setup for the ice hockey is quite different, but we're not going to be looking at that today. Now let's go over to some rules and regulations in hockey. I know we can't wait to get in the hockey pitch and watch some hockey game, but quickly, let me state the rules so you don't get a red card while you're watching the game. Now, the first rule is that the hockey ball should be played with a stick. On no account must you play it with your legs, your hands, even your head. And the second one is that the umpires are to enforce the rules and make final decisions. As the player do not influence them, they make the final decisions. So the third one, a player must not hit. A player must not hit or injure. A player must not hit. I'm repeating this because it's very important. You must not hit, injure, or hinder, or even intimidate another player with a stick. Because you're holding the stick does not mean that you should hit or use it to threaten another player. And number 4, only the goaltender is allowed to kick or stop the ball with any part of his body within his circle, just like the goalkeeper. And lastly, a player should use proper kit. The hockey ball is quite strong and you need to kit up so you don't get wounded. Can I tell you something? And I'm going to say this very low. Do you know the ice hockey you can hit? All right, I didn't tell you that. All right, so now we're going to be going to the game and watch some hockey.